now, and I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IRONrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning, we talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning, it's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
Time to make the donuts.
Good morning, I'm here.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Oh, it's happy Wednesday to you all. I guess that's what today is. I don't freaking know. I did not want to wake up this morning. Just barely made it out of bed before falling back asleep. But I'm here, you're here, we're here. Happy Wednesday. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Looking for the button.
Hi. Jesus. Like, I just heard him. How did I lose my audio already?
Right. Yep. No panic. We're here. Or I'm here. I don't know. Zach may have bailed.
So I'm light up. I didn't hear him say anything.
Yeah, I said same boat. I do not want to do that. Pour some coffee on my brain.
Yeah, I meant to get up and top off before I started. But of course, things aren't the way I left them on Monday, so I'm having to spend time readjusting. I still don't have it yet. But that's all right. Yep.
Yeah, I'm having trouble waking up today.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weather. It's been rainy and stormy here as of late. Which has been much needed because we've been really dry. But makes my hands hurt, my head hurt. All that other silly shit that comes in with that weather. Yeah, Constance, you're right. I suppose it is that time of the year. We just had that autumnal equinox.
Yeah, we did.
Should be hearing geese pretty soon.
All the birds are starting to flock up here now.
Mm-hmm.
Started about a week ago. You just see there's just one big flock. I'll see it this morning probably. When I'm standing out there waiting for the guys to show up, it's a bunch of white birds. Like, I'll try and get a picture. But it's beautiful. And they were doing like figure eights in the sky yesterday morning.
Weird.
Mm. Everything should be on its way there, Walter.
Hold up.
Cool deal. Oh, man. These are the only planes fast enough to outrun the Earth's rotation.
Oh, shit.
No, that's not true. Because all kinds of planes fly east and west, both directions. And they get to the destination. It's not like they're flying that way.
In one spot. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure all of them are pretty fast enough to outrun the Earth's rotation. Looks like what's that one that went from London to New York real fast?
The French one.
The Concorde?
That's the one.
Oh, y'all are sleepy.
The one that's jelly. Whatever jelly one is, that's the one. Because of the grapes.
Oh, we definitely been having some stormy weather here the last day or three. So you're not alone. And I've definitely been feeling it in my own broke up bones. And then they're about to mess us up. Really, Connie, they're in chat saying it, about to get us slapped with an artificial time change. And really fuck us up.
Mm-hmm. It's like waking up at 2 a.m.
But you get home an hour earlier.
Well, I guess that's true. All I did was cut 6 inches off the bottom of the blanket and sewed it onto the top.
There it is. We did have an interesting sky when I came out last night. Did I take a picture? I think I did. Let me see.
Yeah.
Quick share. No, I don't want that. Press away on the. This is Aberrantine. Oh, it shouldn't be this complicated. Call in. Right. Did that work? Let's find out together. Dun, 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 dun. It did work. Look at that. Share is somewhere. I know I've seen it. There it is. Oh, now the picture went away. Now the whole thing went away. Ineptitude is what I do. Yeah, I knew the picture wouldn't do it justice at all. But it was really pretty when I came out of the gym last night.
Wow, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, it was. You could even see little shots of electrical whatchamadoodle there to that little area above the gray. I don't know if you can see my cursor moving or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I took a shot of them somewhere, but yeah. I know it's in there. I just don't want to sit here and Transfer it over. Come on, how do you stop sharing? I know I can do it. I did it. I did it. I did it.
And they're putting speed cameras up all over the country. Doing one in Maryland. They're adding like hundreds of cameras in Maryland. 140 new speed cameras and 76 red light cameras in one county in Maryland. And then Chattanooga, that's Tennessee, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they got 2 speed cameras going into effect at 2 schools. But it says, but will they be enforceable?
What I was trying to go to my unmute button to ask you is, didn't we determine all that was bullshit, throw in the trash if you get one? A camera ticket? Or that's what we've done every time we got one. I mean, no, we didn't do that. That was some people I know who would have done such a thing. But as you saw, as with all other apps, I tend to close them rather than closing the picture I'm sharing. So I took a second break there and came back. But yeah, that's what I thought I remembered. Let me go Google Fi. Yeah, let me give it a Google smooch.
Don't say that. Don't ever say that again.
Hey, it's your show, Josh.
Yeah, this one state representative, Andy Holt, a few years ago burned a speed camera ticket. Yeah, people online say they've had tickets show up in the mail from those cameras, but some of those people also question if they actually have to pay them. They're saying, we learned on Tuesday that drivers should take these new speeding cameras at the 2 schools more seriously, not because you're going to actually get a fine and have to pay the ticket, but because they operate within school zone.
Well, overall, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was
overall, what I'm seeing is it's in most jurisdictions, speed camera tickets are considered legitimate civil penalties, but not criminal violations. Unlike traditional tickets issued by a police officer, a speed camera ticket is usually a civil fine similar to a parking ticket. Because they are not criminal citations, these tickets do not place a mark on your driving record, which is why your insurance premiums are not usually affected. But since it is a citation and a civil one, your constitutional right to face your accuser does not apply because the camera itself becomes the accuser. There can be consequences: late fees, collection actions, vehicle registration holds, lawsuits, etc. Ways you can contest it, though, are things like blurry photos, someone else was driving, faulty equipment, improper signage, and there are regional differences. I'm just reading what the Google smooch.
Tell them to prove the claim. You say that's me driving? Prove it.
Prove it. Apparently here in Louisiana, as I thought, same shit. Civil, not criminal. If a police officer gives you a ticket, you can face a warrant, fines, jail time, or blah, blah, blah. But these photo-generated notices are handled through civil law and carry no such penalties in Louisiana. So that's me. That's me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that was open. Doing a little research yesterday to determine some historical accuracies. Before I close it, I'll try to, oh shit, did I close it? Yeah, it don't matter. Here's what I found out yesterday. Turns out, and this is just a quick cursory glance at the internet, where a lot of information is stored. And according to one of my Google smooches, I'll stop. Turns out acetaminophen has only been in use since like the 1940s and 50s. Whereas autism been around a lot longer than that. Documented, studied, cases, doctors, things like that since like the 1800s, I believe. I'll have to look again, but yeah, definitely prior to the 1940s and 50s, at which point acetaminophen had gone into wide public use. Now, it had been discovered prior to that. Maybe they'd been putting it in drinking water in the 1800s. Maybe they'd been spraying it in the sky in the 1800s. Maybe they'd just been throwing it in people's faces. You're magic or whatever in the 1800s. But I'm going to go on record here saying this. I don't personally believe that acetaminophen causes autism. Oh my God, help me! Y'all not on top of this one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know y'all weren't giggling uncontrollably or guffawing out loud. So
I never heard anything about acetaminophen causing autism. They're actually trying to say that.
Your president is on that. He just told us all about it yesterday. Well, somebody's president. I know he's not yours, mine either, but their president told everybody yesterday in a big national press conference that they had discovered that acetaminophen definitely causes autism. You should stop taking it. He couldn't say acetaminophen, so he said Tylenol many, many times. So I'm waiting for that lawsuit to come up now. But yeah, it turns out the historical record doesn't seem to jive with their theory, is all I'm going to call it at this point. Not bullshit. I'm not saying bullshit yet, but theoretically it doesn't jive. And again, this isn't deep research. This was quickly smooching. That's all I did. There's a hissing sound around. That might be a snake, Mr. DeWan. You might want to, or a cat. Could be a cat. Or a Komodo dragon. Lots of things that could be.
Or it's a goddamn audio that I can't figure out how to get rid of it. Like, I know we've had it for a while, but for some reason the past week it's just been pissing me off.
Yeah, it's been really loud.
Like, the gate is fucking weird. I don't know. It's driving me bonkers.
I don't know where I was on saying hey to people, so I'm just going to start here and hope I'm good. If I missed you, I'm sorry. If I said it twice, well, you get double smooch.
I had fun yesterday. I got to go work with the Duke Energy crew. I've never worked with Duke. I've worked with their subcontractors. Two different subcontractors, the pole guys and then the underground cable guys. I've worked with both. But this is the first time I worked with Duke. Those guys have it so easy. Like, Duke is the main power company in the area. So all their guys get the easiest jobs. Like, I mean, they did something in the morning before they went to lunch, I guess. But, like, I sat around till about 9 o'clock. The guys never showed. Not my guys I work with, but the crew that we work for. And they got called out on some emergency job. So he just split our crew up and sent us all to other people who needed help. So I drove down to Greenville, and there's one guy. That's it. But it was nothing. Like, we had a couple cones along the side of the road. They pulled off onto the sidewalk. ripped a pole out of the ground, got it latched down, and drove away. And I'm like, we're done. You guys have a good day. It was like 11:30. And he says this is pretty much how his days go. And then we sat around till 3. I couldn't come all the way home and be that far away. Because if they get called for something, you know, you got to be there within like 20 minutes. You're supposed to stay in the area that they're in. So I didn't go home. We just sat there for about till 3 o'clock. Well, 2:40, I think. And he's like, all right, man, they're not going to call. Let's get out of here. But yeah, these guys he said, yeah, these guys, and he works with them all the time down in Greenville. I'm thinking about moving down to Greenville just so I can start working with him more. That is easy cake money. But yeah, he was telling me, he's like, no, these guys get all the easiest, simplest, small jobs. You know, they're usually done by after lunch. They might come and work for another half hour or something. That's it. So yeah, Duke definitely, you can get in with those guys. You got cake job. I'm heading back to the intersection from hell today, though. I'm hoping we're not going to get that far, because we started probably about a half mile down the road. And they're going to need, we're going to be pulling all the new wire through. They ran all the rope through. Now they're going to be pulling the wires through. But they have to be up there in case the wire gets hooked on something or this or that. They guide them through. So they're going to be up there with the trucks and stuff. Just hoping it takes them a while. They don't want to try and get it all done today. Oh, man. But no, yesterday was a good day. Easy day. That squirrel attacking residents in California town, sending at least 2 to the hospital. What? Flyers have been posted in the area stating this is not a joke. San Rafael residents in the small town have reported a series of attacks from a vicious brown squirrel that sent at least 2 people to the emergency room. Are you serious, people? We received reports, at least 2 reports of people having attacked a squirrel in a neighborhood. Okay, this behavior is unusual for squirrels. Well, yeah. But is likely the result of someone feeding it. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. All right, there's parks around here. People feed the squirrels all the time. All the time. When wildlife is fed by humans, they can lose their natural fear and act more emboldened. And I didn't see that either. We would feed them. They would come within a few feet of you, but they're not going to come jump up on your leg and be like, hey, give me another one, dude. But no, I'm calling bullshit. This lady's a moron. This is why we remind people that feeding wildlife can have negative consequences. Now, I do agree with that. Like, feeding them does make it so they somewhat can become dependent upon you and blah, 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 blah. But no, that is not the reason that this one squirrel decided to start attacking people. People have been feeding squirrels forever.
He wasn't throwing acorns at car roofs, was he?
The guy that got attacked said, it came out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all. It clamped onto my leg. The tail was flying up here. I was like, get it off me, get it off me. I didn't want to touch it. One lady had to go to the ER. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel. It's called a pellet gun, people. You don't have any 12-year-old boys living in your neighborhood? Maybe this is why we never had this problem.
Justin beat me to that joke. When he variated it, but he got it first. I'll give him the props. Oh, he's on it again. Was his name Clark Griswold?
Now, have you ever heard of this before? There's another, oh yeah, you shouldn't feed, blah, blah. Squirrels sit at parks and just wait. You know, people bring a meal to the park or whatever. The squirrels will sit there 5 feet away, but they don't come running. I've never seen a squirrel. I'm not saying the squirrel isn't attacking people, but I'm saying people have fed millions of squirrels, and none of them decided, you know what, instead of waiting, I'm just going to go up and tell them to give me food. I don't care if they have it or not. They're just walking on the road. I'm going to tell them, you go home and get me some food. Bring it out here. No. California residents. That would figure. It's called a pellet gun, people. I know, you know, killing innocent animals and all that, especially when you're not going to eat them, this and that, blah, blah, blah. If there's a squirrel out attacking people, kill the squirrel. Or move, whatever you want to do. Oh my goodness, these people out in California. Like, this wouldn't be a story in the country. Out in, in the country. I bet most places in California this wouldn't be a story. Somebody would just handle it.
Gotta have that filler, man. I mean, even back in the only newspaper days, we still had the stories about, the fireman rescuing the cat out of the tree for the old lady. When that never really happened anywhere at any time, probably because, look around in the trees at all those cat skeletons that didn't make it back down. Oh my goodness. Apparently Big Pine worked at a restaurant where they fed the iguanas every morning, all the old lettuce and stuff. Had a huge 6-footer come walking up to some tourist lady when the lady that feeds them was off work. Where in the hell are you at that iguanas are just running around loose?
Florida.
I know, but not just loose, right? They don't just have them loose, right? No, I'm not going there. No, none of that.
Dude, you got alligators. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they don't come hissing at you going.
And they found a 12-foot alligator in South Carolina.
What?
That's a big one. Not up here, not by us, further down south. But yeah, I just saw that yesterday, an article go by, 12-footer. No, thank you. You ever have gators come into town, Walter?
No. Every now and again, once it may be in somebody's yard that lives along a bayou, every now and again. But as with most wild animals, they really don't want to fuck with us because we fuck with them. And I'm sure word got around, so they don't fuck with us that much at all. Yeah, they'll cross the road, but it's usually in the middle of the night when there ain't nobody around, and they're looking for a warm spot. Post that they only have normal predators in Norway, like wolves and bears and trolls.
Have you ever seen that movie Troll Hunter? I think it was called.
Yeah, it was an excellent movie. Fucking great movie.
Wasn't it in subtitles? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Great movie.
Great movie, and they're making a sequel, and it's supposed to be the same thing, like the same vibe and everything. It's not going to be just a fuck up. They're going to make it as good as the first one. Right? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, you want to see a cool troll movie, like, I can't believe this wasn't like a more well-known, like huge. I get it was subtitled, but the special effects were just amazing, dude.
Yeah, and the storyline was fun. Wait, apparently this is just not okay. So look, I lived in Florida for about 2.5 years, I guess, in the late 70s, early 80s. Was this not a thing then? Is this just a recent occurrence? Because apparently Connie got surrounded by 100 iguanas. And we spent lots of time out in parks and wild areas looking at unusual fauna for us because we had moved there from Mississippi.
Hasn't this been a problem recently down there in Florida?
It has to be because that wasn't going on back then. I would have heard about it.
Iguanas kind of taken over because they don't have any predators or yada yada yada.
Yeah,
it was kind of
invasive, and that's what I saw
like
somewhere.
python.
I think Piney said that. No real predators far on that thing. Yeah. Yeah, down over there, live the mountain. Yeah, that's the one. Where did I put it? What is the deal? Oh, yeah. Still closing tabs from yesterday. Before I close this one.
I was sitting there talking to you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm retarded.
Before I close this tab, Justin in chat, go to notpedals.com. Here, I'll drop it. I found this yesterday too. It is a company who champions small, independent pedal builders that are putting out things that are a little bit different than your average run-of-the-mill type effects pedals for guitar players and bass players and whatever else you want to run a pedal through or run through a pedal, whatever.
Wow, dude. Countries with the most airports. I had no idea. Now, I don't see Russia in here. Do they not use airports like they don't use microwaves?
Just look for a big pasture and hope it all works out.
Okay, so it says this is how many country or how many state airports are in each country. So there's like Italy has 655 airports. Germany 840. Oh, there's Russia 905. France 1,200, UK just over 1,000, Australia just over 2,200, and then you got Canada with 1,400, Mexico with 1,500, Venezuela with 500, Argentina 760, and then Brazil 5,297, and then you get to the United States, 16,116 airports. That's insane. Russia has 905. We have 16,000.
Jet City, whoa, it's a long way home to mine.
That's wild. And then after you take away all these, let's see, what is it? Okay, so 217 other countries, there's 11,674. And the U.S. has over 16,000, 3 times more than any other country. That's insane. I'll tell you what, though, it is nice having an airport 40 minutes down the road. An international airport. That's like it was ranked the #1 international airport in the country as far as comfort because nobody uses it. It only goes internationally to, I think, like the islands out there and the the Bahamas and all that kind of stuff. You can start a flight there, right? And they have customs and all that kind of stuff there. But you have to go to another airport in the U.S. to get, they'll fly you to New York or Chicago or something like that. And then you go over, because they can't have huge planes because the runways aren't that big. Yeah, Spartanburg International. Greatest airport ever. Like we went and dropped Jaron off, and there was 4 other cars, dropping people off. That's so nice. Instead of going to like Charlotte or Denver where there's like 2 different lanes. Well, Denver has like 4, I think, levels of drop off and pick up and this and that. It's just crazy. Oh, we have a newly discovered quasi-moon again.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's not tied to Earth gravitationally, but it has like the same orbit. Is this the one that we come in close to every few years?
I don't know. I can't keep track.
Yeah, this is saying they just discovered this one. We've been talking about our quasi-moons for a while now. So a quasi-moon looks like they're orbiting Earth, but in reality they follow a sun-centered orbit, very similar to our planets. Now the mini-moon, I know Walter loves his mini-moons.
Mini-moon. Many moon. Wish death on me.
So mini-moons are temporarily captured by Earth's gravity, but Earth decides it doesn't like it, so it lets it go.
always nice to have that discerning gravity, willing to make decisions, not have to come asking people, hey, can I ignore this? I love the fact that it just goes ahead and takes the initiative and ignores it all by itself. Once it decides it needs to ignore it, by God, it does it all by itself. I think that's just great.
Yeah, they've identified 7 now quasi-moons of Earth. So yeah, this wasn't quite space lettuce. They're not just saying the same moon and saying, hey, look what we found again. Allegedly. Probably monsters. Never heard of probably monsters. Oh, Storm Lancer's developer. Yeah, somebody got fired over Charlie Kirk. Blah, 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 blah. You see Jimmy Kimmel will be back next week?
I thought he was going to be back last night.
Or was it last night?
Pretty sure it was last night. I don't know. They don't carry it here in St. Louis. Like, yeah, they put him back on the air, but they just shaved off 100 million viewers. You're not going to come back to these people, but the 17 people you will go back to can watch as much of you as they want.
Yeah, I don't think he even got 100 million viewers.
No, that's how many they shaved off. They preempted. A lot of the media companies preempted his show. So he was on the air, but they wouldn't show his show. They showed something else. And St. Louis was one of those areas. They weren't playing Jimmy Kimmel last night. They were showing something else.
Oh, are you and Dixie going to be okay? You didn't get your Jimmy Kimmel fix?
I was actually kind of curious if anybody had seen it. Wondering if he'd apologized or doubled down, tripled down, and just decided to go off on everybody. I'd be real curious.
Oh, you meant specifically when it came out. I thought you meant like ever. Had anybody ever seen it ever? I'm proud to say I've never
not me.
watched 5 seconds of it.
I've seen clips. I've never sat down and watched 5 seconds of the actual show itself.
Right, there you go. I've seen other people talking about like maybe Jim Carrey doing Illuminati shit on his show or something maybe, and that was pretty much the extent of my exposure to Mr. Talentless. I'm sorry, Mr. Kimmel.
And like, dude, it was so obvious he was a plant from the beginning. He like came out of nowhere and was like doing comedy on NFL football games and shit. Like, that's how his shtick got started. Operation Mockingbird, they call that. Yeah, the guy I was working with yesterday showing me pictures from like 1860 something of his family members. His great. One was even older than that, dude. The guy looked like he had the big white, like rounded beard that he'd trim like his mustache part and keep that going. And it was one of those old timey beards that went all the way around. Looked like the village elder. Yeah, he was going way back generations. He might have been a little bit racist when I told him I was Spanish. My last name was Spanish. Just kind of looked at me kind of funny, like, oh,
you start dancing around a big sombrero.
So now this all explains why I know nothing about this gentleman, really and truly. He started out in sports. He was the sports guy on some Los Angeles morning show. Then he was on some show I never heard of or saw, Win Ben Stein's Money. I never saw that. And then the Comedy Central Man Show, which I vehemently avoided with all of my will and powers.
Yeah, I never saw that either.
Never saw that. So yeah, that's why I don't know anything about him. His path was about everything I don't watch or care about or even want to be exposed to in television, which is why he like rubs me like a bad something. I don't know. Anyway, it's enough energy for him.
Like a person that doesn't rub things well.
That's just like that. Fucking A, you got it. Wait, what? Come on. That's frustrating. Garfield, the voice is. All right, I believe you. Yeah, Connie, me too. All that stuff just makes me go, everything I talked about for him. Right on a plane. That's what's up. I'll be watching that later tonight. Me and Shell are into it. We're waiting for the next one. Alien Earth episode 8 out now. Hey, I had read a book that I enjoyed. It was really enjoyable. And so now they've made it into a, 20-part series, I guess. I don't know how many parts it has, but we started watching it. And so far, I have to say it's not terrible. It's called The Institute. It's based off of a Stephen King book, which, again, I thoroughly enjoyed. Because of late, like in the last, say, 15 years, there have been quite a few Mr. King books I didn't enjoy. That were just kind of like, come on, Stephen, what are we doing? But this one I really enjoyed. It kind of was like a throwback, if you will, to some of his earlier kids in peril type stories, but that's not all it is. It's a whole lot going on. But anyway, yeah, I definitely am enjoying it. Shell and I started it about, 3 or 4 days ago. 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. It seems to be all there. Like every time we get through with one, another one pops up. So they must have loaded it all up for us to watch at our leisure. We're not waiting for it to come out. So we have quite a few still to go. Anyway, throwing that out there for anyone else looking for something to lose your mind on for a little while. Lose your mind on? No, that's not what I meant. But, zone out on. How about that?
So this lady in Pennsylvania.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
She's a school board member. And the day Charlie was shot, he had a post that said, 1 down, hundreds to go.
Says it's trying to reconnect. Oh, there we go. Reconnection successful. But my internet's a little low. There it comes back up. We'll just see. See what happens. Looks like everything's running green now. Sorry about that, Zach. Go ahead.
No, yeah, she was just saying that she had no idea about the shooting and poor cell phone reception undermined her attempt to upload the video that was meant to be paired with the text. And she didn't learn about Kirk's killing or that her video failed to upload until later that night. And she said her post was only about butterflies and creating a space for them. The end. And then she followed up with a post condemning all political violence. Blah, 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 blah. So she, keeps on writing more posts about it being bad. So, but 60 people showed up to the school board meeting, which is much larger than the usual sparse crowd who typically attend. The law enforcement, fire security, interest hunts posts had gotten online. It was about death threats. 7 community members who spoke at the meeting expressed support for Hunt. 3 others assumed Hunt's 1 down, hundreds to go comment was indeed about Kirk's death, despite her denial. The last one said every action has consequences, especially with being a public figure. Even though I did not celebrate anyone's death and I do not condone violence, blah, 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 safety is in jeopardy. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, wouldn't this all go down to like her previous posts? Like if you're constantly posting stuff about politics nonstop, and then all of a sudden there's one and you say it's about a butterfly? Or is her post nothing but stuff about butterflies, nothing to do with politics at all? And then you see that one and the video didn't upload, like she said, and people flipped out. I could see that being a possibility too. Without any information, I can't really say one way or another, give an opinion on this. You'd have to actually investigate. But no, I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, I think it's kind of crazy if you're a teacher or in healthcare or something like that to post anything political at all. Period. I know you have your freedom of speech and all that, and your right to, okay, but you are a public official. Half the country doesn't get to choose you not to be, you're supposed to kind of be indifferent. Republicans don't want loony leftists teaching their children, just like liberals don't want right-wing extremists teaching their children. We want the people right down the middle. That politics is like a back burner. They have more important things going on in their lives, like their families or their jobs teaching children, and they take it seriously. That's who I want teaching my child. Not somebody who's so wrapped up into politics that they're cheering for public assassinations. I mean, it's just insane, the whole thought of cheering for this openly, publicly. I get it. People, don't like other people. And in the privacy of your own home or around a small group of people that all have the same opinion or even differing opinions, and you argue about it. But you don't put it out there for the whole world to see. And just like there's a bunch of lefty nut jobs, there's a bunch of right-wing nut jobs out there too. And just like they were canceling people for all the transgender stuff over the last years and whatnot, now they're going to try and cancel you over this. It's the same thing, just on a different foot now. And the one thing that should never come out of this is more government oversight and overreach. And saying we're going to be targeting people for hate speech. Fuck off. That's called free speech. If it's not threatening someone's property or their persons and inciting others to do violence, then they have the right to say whatever they want. Yes, there are consequences for what you say, but those consequences do not come from the government. They have no right to tell you what to say or how to think or to believe. So yeah, I think everybody needs to just step back, and you don't demand the head of your enemy for something that you do as well. Because the shoe will be on another foot eventually, and you're going to be the one that they're trying to cancel. So let's stop with all this speech talk. Speech is free here in this country. Period. End of story. All right, sorry about that rant. I'm done.
Nice Zack rant, though. We hadn't had one in a minute. So I got a left turn to make because this is now become an issue. So I have my phone that I use to like scroll through the news feed, Discovery, Google thing. And that's where I drop most of the stories that I drop in our little pile of stuff to talk about in the morning. Now I do subscribe to a few different news type, interesting, not just normal, like, run-of-the-mill MSM bullshit. Usually it's going to be some paranormal site or some just unusual site, so I can find some different types of things to talk to you guys about. And of course, every second or third little story I scroll by has something to do with guitar tone, guitar amp, guitar pedals. I play guitar. And so a lot of guitar stuff. But over the last, say, month, and cats, cat videos, cat products, cat health, cat stuff. Anyway, so, and space, that's the other stuff. Okay, so I'm scrolling, and I see this picture. And it's a cartoon drawing of Walter White. And somebody, maybe Jesse there behind him in a hazmat suit. And it's a cartoon, like a comic book looking image. But the storyline, the title at the bottom of the picture that would tell you kind of what the story is going to be about doesn't seem related to Breaking Bad or Gilligan's production for a new show or some new season or even some like sequel to the show that's going to be coming out in comic book form, because that's what I thought. Because I do get quite a few of those stories for some reason, probably because I do look up comic things, related stuff, artists, that kind of stuff. Like the other day, the sequel to Starfighter is going to be a comic book. So I thought, seeing the image, Walter White, comic book drawing, there'll be a sequel to the movie or the show or whatever. But the title says, find your frequency family, connect with those who vibrate on your wavelength. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I clicked to see what the fuck the story is. Turns out it's not a story. Turns out it's a menu. It's a site. And if I wanted to order some interesting things, well, turns out all I got to do is give them some credit card info, and looks like they'd send me all kind of interesting stuff. And I'm going like, what the fuck is this? And how did it get out in the world? Number one. Number two, why is it on my phone? Well, that's happened probably 3 or 4 different times over the last month, where I'll see that exact type of imagery. Walter White, cartoon image, totally unrelated story, title at the bottom. Click on it, and it's a fucking menu to order shit that nobody should be able to order on the fucking internet. What is going on? Why is this even happening? Why is this a thing that's even actually happening? Because right now, this morning, as I picked up my phone to find the story I saw yesterday evening, I kind of scrolled through here to see, because sometimes they'll put them back up in the thing and I don't have to dig for it in my history. And there's 2 of them. There's literally 2 of them on my phone right now. The second one says, urban jungles beating heart, cityscape transformed into a living musical entity. And yet, when I click in it, not anything to do with like festivals. In fact, the name of the fucking company that's above it, where you would see like the name of the site or the name of the news source, or whatever, is called Best Festival Sound System. And it says sponsored under it, as though Google has approved this sponsored ad on my feed. What the fuck is going on? Nobody else is getting it. It's just me.
I don't think I am. I've not seen any shit like that.
Dude, it's fucking nuts. I'll forward it to you if you want, but I'm afraid it'll be on your phone now. Here, I'll share it with y'all.
You just take a screenshot and send me that.
Well, I don't want to open another one, actually. I really don't. I don't want to open it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
I'll drop it in the thing. Well, then I'm distributing if I do that, right? Well, I wouldn't have clicked on it at all either, Brian. Except that I thought that it was, like I said, a comic book sequel to the story. That's why I clicked on the first one. Now, since I clicked on that first one, I haven't clicked on another one because I know now that's what they are. But I keep getting them. That's the part I don't get. Can I make it like not do that? I know there used to be a thing that when you clicked on the dots, you could say, I don't want advertisement from, or I don't want storage from this, whatever. But when I click on this one, it just gives me the advertiser little thing, the ad center link that tells you, see more or less ads like this. And its topic is music and audio. So if I push less, then I won't see my guitar stories. Why am I seeing this ad? It is a paid ad, and it is always labeled ad or sponsored. They're ranked based on a number of factors, including advertiser bid and ad quality. Some may contain reviews. Reviews aren't verified by Google. Google checks for and removes fake content when it's identified. Well, let me send y'all some fucking feedback about this, because I'm really starting to be concerned about it. Anyway. Oh, your cat's there, Jack. I thought you were talking about me. I thought I had been muted. No, it's not an iPhone. It is an Android toaster. Yeah, I'm sure it's somebody who's figured out a way to fuck the search engine algorithms and make this happen, because this is definitely in no way a legit thing. Like, there's no way this is legit. Trust me, from the ad that I looked at a month ago, there's no way this is legit, that this should or not be happening. It shouldn't be. Anyway, all right. I just was checking to see if I'm the only one. Apparently the AI is out to get me, Ian. Nader Ray, just saw you. What's up, buddy? Anybody else? Cass and
There's a new fighter jet coming out in 2028, the F-47. Looks pretty sweet.
Cool.
I've been playing a fighter jet airplane game.
Have you? Which one?
Called Metal Storm. It was out I played it for like 7 months, and then they were doing something, and the game was down for like 3 months, and it just came back on.
Is it one of our free ones we got?
Yeah. It's either, I'm pretty sure it's on Epic. If not, then it'll be on Steam.
Right. I'm sure I got
Cool
it.
fighter game. There's only like 3 buttons you use. Well, the 2 mouse buttons, up, down, and then your flares. And that's it. It's so simple, and the flying it's cool. Very easy to play, and one of the coolest fighter games I've played as far as flying. It's fun.
I've actually started playing Fortnite again. I don't know, just one day I had a wild hair and turned it on, and the current build they got going is not terrible. Like, the bugs are there, and I'm used to that from Helldivers. And they've added, like, I don't know, something crazy a couple days ago. What was it? Oh, Megazord is here. Megazord is here. So the Power Rangers are all involved in it. And while I don't really care about the Power Rangers, I like seeing giant shit stomping around on the map chasing me while I try to shoot it. So just different, fun, little something to do. I haven't played much else. Maybe Wreck Racer, what is it? Wreckfest. I've been playing that a lot. I did download some new things over the last few days that are like you're talking about, whatever it's called. There's a word for it. Early access, maybe, games. where they'll tell you that, like, yeah, we may pull this and redesign it at any moment. So let us know what you think, kind of thing. But I haven't checked them out yet.
That big giant dam in China is starting to store water. Earth's going to slow down its spin.
Oh, shit. Well, it's about time because we were speeding up, I heard. Right? Speeding up as we lost the moon and it was creeping away. Oh, wait, it's getting closer. I can't remember. We found more. I can't keep up.
Jeez. Chimps consume the equivalent of 2.5 alcoholic drinks per day by eating fermented fruit.
They do indeed. I saw that story and laughed a bit. I may have dropped it. I don't know if I did or not. Yes, possibly.
Wonder if there's chimps that like refuse to eat it. They don't like feeling drunk. Or chimps that fight other chimps over the fermented fruit. Wow, a teaching assistant charged for damaging school AC unit with poop spray. That's real smart. Resulting in children requiring medical attention and thousands of dollars worth of damage to the school. For poop spray? A 32-year-old. Good Lord, what are you doing? I mean, we did that, but as the children at school, right? We had these little glass vials that we would get at the fairs when they would come around. And it was a stink bomb. It smelled like rotten eggs. And we'd run out of them, and then it would stop for the year, and then they'd come back around, and rooms would start smelling like rotten eggs again. But it was the children doing it, not teachers' assistants. What is going on in these people's heads that think that that's okay to do at their job? I mean, I know it's just a little harmless prank, but you're the adult here. You're supposed to be setting examples for these children. I mean, all of my teachers, for the most part, were really boring and dull, and I knew nothing about their personal lives at all. Ever did we learn about their personal life.
I did have two teachers that I knew about their personal lives. One was my biology teacher, who was so super cool. Like, he was the coolest teacher ever. Big, like, he was a white guy, but he was huge, tall, like taller than me, and I was already 6'1" in high school. And he was like the quintessential throwback. Used to be a hippie, you could tell, because he still had the big afro, white boy afro, and the big beard. And he was telling us about be careful with certain bud you get, because it'll have Parquat sprayed on it overseas, and all these different things. And told us about how to look for mushrooms out in the fields and stuff like that. He was really super cool teacher, biology. He got me so into biology that I wound up majoring in chemical biology when I was in college. But anyway, so I knew him. He would always tell us to come hang out over at his house, where he had a drum set set up in his fucking garage and played. So he was awesome. And we would go over there and hang out and play, and it was cool. I'm sure these days that would all be frowned upon. Then the other guy was one of my teachers the year after that, who was a history teacher. And he was the quintessential throwback, old school 70s bebop jazz dude with the mutton chop sideburns and polyester suits and ties, literally still, like I'm the jazz dude. And he played, what did he play? Clarinet? Is that the long one? Yeah, clarinet. And a jazz little, I think it was a combo of 4 people that we never got to see him play, but we heard him play in class a few different times. And he would like hang out with us after class and talk about whatever topic we had talked about in class, and inevitably we would all wind up talking about music because, again, I played, he played, everybody that would stay after played. So those are the only 2 teachers I cared, I guess, enough to really ever get into their personal space. Everybody else was just a teacher that aggravated me and told me to pay attention in class. Yes, I got that too, Jax. I didn't have to pay attention in class. I got it all osmotically. Osmotically, I think that's a word I picked up in class. Not paying attention. Oh my! But anyway, yeah. No homework, no paying attention. Straight A's on every test. Just how it was. So that kept me at a steady, like, C average, because I wouldn't get any points for all the homework I ever did, but I would get all the A's on the test and even it all out. That's when you could do that kind of shit. Who knows what they do in there now?
Chemistry teacher let me do that my senior year. He would give us homework. There was a bunch of math problems, and I just flat up told him, I'm not doing this. I was like, I'm just not. He's like, well, that'll be 30% of your grade. I was like, okay, I'll get a C then. And then let me do over extra credit to make sure that I got my 70%. Yeah, I was straight A's on all the tests and all that kind of crap. But I was like, no. He even told my mom, like, hey, he just refuses to do homework. And my mom's like, yeah, that's what he told me too. And he just kind of looked at her like, oh, okay, so you know about it. Like, yeah, he thinks doing a bunch of math problems for chemistry is dumb. And I can't make him do it. So, yeah. But he liked me a lot. I was one of his, you told my mom I was one of his favorite students. Even though I refused to do homework openly in his class, in front of everybody. It wasn't like a private thing between me and him. Stretching it. I'm getting ready for work. Okay, give me a second. I'll put my boots on. How's work been going for you lately, Joe?
It's been quiet. Still waiting for machine shop to get parts finished for us so we can start. Once we get the parts, shit'll get real crazy. Like, I think they're expecting to hire like another 20 to 30 people, which is like huge given there's like maybe 30 or 40 in there now. So they're pretty much going to double. Yeah, what was that?
So that's going to double your workforce.
Yep. It could get a little crazy. So we shall see.
Do you ever have to train people or anything like that?
I mean, sometimes. But because a lot of the contracts sort of come in waves. Like, I might be doing something that hasn't been done in a few years. So if somebody else is going to come take over, or if they're doing another round of it, I might need to give them a slight training as I've been trained and just as a refresher. Or because there might be somebody new, I'm just refreshing them in such as the way that I was refreshed with the knowledge. I don't know. It's never like, all right, new guy, you're going to follow Josh now. Do what he does. No. Not that. Yeah, because we don't have the machine shop parts, things are actually a little bit slow. So I'm just treading water, basically, hoping that whatever job they give me.
Listening to a lot of videos?
Some, not a lot. I'm still running Hawk and Horse on my YouTube music. So it's basically only while I'm at work, but I'll listen to the entire discography a couple of times. So I'd be real curious to see what his stats are, given the fact that I've spent about 30 to 40 hours every week for the last, 8 weeks listening to his stuff. Yeah, Justin, big things coming down the pike. Because we've recently switched over to include aerospace, not just military, but aerospace as well. Some of the way they run things is just a little bit different. Security's got to be a little different. Some particular processes need to be changed up and modernized. So yeah, big things with the military, big things with aerospace. It just sort of all trickles down from the 6 or 7 divisions that we have. So, job security, I guess. That's it. I am texting Daryl Davis right now. I think I've been saying for a week that I'm going to do it, and just still haven't. And I say right now, then I look at the time, and I think, I'm not texting him right now. What kind of asshole would I be? Some people get pretty touchy if you text or call when they're sleeping. How's that? Damn, Ian, 30 pounds of potatoes. That's no joke. And I know I mentioned this to you guys a while back, but have you seen...
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You seen we're about to pick up Canada? That's pretty cool.
Are they going to join us?
It's real close. Wexit is a thing where the western provinces are leaving Canada. Either going to go independent or, if nothing else, come join the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, this isn't just some overhyped U.S. president talking out of his butt on the radio or on the television saying things he can't verify. This is the actual provinces themselves saying, look, and it's close. It's surprisingly, decision could be made by the end of the year. It's literally that close. And I'm just super excited about that. I would love to see the U.S. just double in size. And we pick up BC, Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan. That'd be huge. The Yukon. At that point, you've got to wonder how long until everything just descends to nothing and they all come over to the U.S. and there's no more Canada. Yeah, it would be huge if BC flips. It'd be huge if Alberta flips. If Manitoba, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, Yukon, Quebec, everybody just said, nah, we're good, we're going to stay here. And it was only Alberta. That would be fucking huge. But it's not.
Yeah, it would.
It is all the other provinces from what I'm seeing and reading. That would just be historically nuts. Have the United States of America
That'd be
gained
like
that much
getting
landmass?
Texas and California, New Mexico area. That'd be like one of those.
It's like an extra 2/3.
It's like adding another Texas. Crazy. You know how many natural resources are up there?
That's right, Justin. That would put Alaska in the contiguous United States. That would be awesome. So we'll see. We'll see. What else? I don't even know.
Rogers Bridge.
Hey?
Not a fan of Rogers Bridge, must say.
Fan of who?
Rogers Bridge Road.
Rogers Bridge Road?
Yeah. That's where I've been working these last couple weeks. Hoping we're almost done. Because these guys hate this job too. They don't take lunches or nothing like that. It's just we're out there all day. When certain setups happen, there's no breaking because all three of us have to be out in the road. It's not fun. There should be at least one more person out here on some of the days for sure. And the guy that owns the corner mart right there, the intersection I've been working at, he's like, when are you guys going to be done? You guys have been out here for a while. I was like, I know, man. This is the worst job that we do. We're replacing all the lines. I was like, if we could turn your power off for a few days, it'd be done in a few days. But then all your coolers wouldn't work and all that, and you'd lose all that. I was like, if you guys want to keep the power on, you don't just take the lines down and put new ones up. You have to run all the new lines, then connect them, and then unhook the old ones and pull those out, and then put all the new ones in their place on the poles. So it's a pain in the ass to do it that way. But if you want your power, that's how it needs to be done. And then they shut up after that. When you tell them, yeah, we could turn your power off for a few days and have it done real quick. Oh, yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, I know we can't do that. So shut up and quit bitching about it. The worst job we do. We don't want to be here even more than you don't want us to be here. All right? But I love it. I love the job. Something must be going on. It's going to take me a minute to get to work. All right, you can all ride with me into work. I'm going to get moving now.
Trying to find my mute button. Have a producer again here. Come on, sweetie. Get down. Lay down. Come on. Here. Here. Get down. Oh, goodness. Here. Can you share? Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. Good morning. Good morning. That too.
Good morning to you. Start your day off bright and shiny. Get up off your little hiney and begin your happy day.
You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a pretty girl. Who's a pretty girl? With a short tail. You got a short tail? Yeah. Yeah. You gotta stop walking on the cable. See that girl. Come on here. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on, lay down up here. Oh, silly. Oh, silly. All right, stand on the arm of the chair. Yes.
So I had another team leader ask the manager if I could work with them for good. This is like the fifth one now. My manager sent me a message yesterday. He's like, "Are you paying these team leads or something?" It's like, no, I just show up on time, wear all my shit, and I work, you know, and I don't bitch. I think that's the part that people like. I'm not out there every 10 minutes reminding them I don't want to be out there. Like, yeah,
right.
None of us want to be out there. But bitching about it ain't going to help nothing. I was like, no, I don't know, man. I just, do my job. He's like, well, they all seem to like you a lot, man. Keep up the good work. A lot of them get stuck with these young kids that sit there on their phone all day long. One guy got fired the other day. Standing on the side of the road, just scrolling, looking through his phone for like 5 minutes. Yeah, we're not. It's not play on your phone time. You're supposed to be out the road. Whoa, that person almost got hit.
I saw that.
It sucks right here because it's hard to tell which ones are turning to go on the highway and which ones are going to just keep moving straight. It's going to get a hair loud here. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Do it. Open her up. Kick that four barrel in.
Hey, send me a link to this phone holder you have in your car. I need a new one. Zachariah.
What was that?
Send me a link to that phone holder you use in your car or your truck, whatever. Phone holder.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
The phone holder that you have. Phone holder. I'll try. There she is. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Yeah. So silly.
Shit, it's already 5:30.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that. It has gone by in spite of my exhaustion. I slept way too late yesterday. Apparently, I didn't turn an alarm on when I laid down the night before, And then when Michelle got up and fed the cats and went to work, she let Claire back in the bedroom with me. And she got all snuggly with me. And so I slept till about, well, I don't even know what time I got up actually, but I know it was a long time because I was hurting when I got up. And then when I got in bed last night, I just laid there. And I finally just picked my phone up and read for a while and tried to go back to sleep. Tried to lay down again or whatever, and put the phone down, lay there another hour, and finally just said, fuck it, and read till about 1 o'clock because I couldn't sleep. And finally turned my phone off and said, okay, I've got to get a nap at this point and get up and do the show. So that's kind of what I did, was took a little hour nap and got up. So I've definitely been kind of bleary-eyed today. My apologies all around. Stop eating the microphone, silly girl. I had a story a while ago that said it's official. NASA says there's something about the spacecraft that's heading our way. But when I clicked on the story, it brought up a subscription crap thing. I couldn't read the story. So I'm not really sure what's the latest news now, but I guess I could try. Okay, you just gotta let that die. Okay. That what you call it? Maybe. Okay, so it entered our system on July 1st. It is the third confirmed interstellar visitor following Oumuamua and Comet 21 Borisov, which I apparently missed. Yeah, but they're still not giving me the story it was talking about earlier. Okay, here we go. Official statement. It has grown a striking new feature. So the new observations add to the growing body of evidence that supports 31 Atlas's identity as an interstellar comet. So they're not sure yet. They're just guessing and playing around and hoping it's what it is when they get here and offload. This is amid speculation that include whether the object could represent a probe or other intelligent design technological artifact produced by an intelligent alien civilization. The discovery of the comet's tail. Oh, is that the new addition? It's grown a tail. A gassy tail. The images also showed 31 Atlas's glowing comma, so it must have a comma. In their recent studies, researchers employed the telescope's multi-object spectrograph. Which telescope are we using here? Oh, the Gemini South telescope, which is located in the Chilean Andes. So the researchers employed the telescope's multi-object spectrograph to analyze the wavelengths of light emitted by 31 Atlas, which provided details about its chemical composition. Well, fucking A. The analysis also clearly showed that the object, which already bore several characteristics commonly associated with comets, now possesses a very comet-like tail. What the fuck? These idiots. First glimpse of the chemistry from the spectrum, blah, 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 blah. Observations offer crucially important data, blah, 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 including a breathtaking view of the mysterious interstellar object at its nearest, what is expected to be its closest approach to Earth during its journey through our solar system. Thought it was parking and landing in November. But responding to speculation, NASA scientist Tom Statler, the lead scientist for solar system small bodies in the Planetary Science Division of NASA's Washington headquarters, say that in one time fast, affirmed that all indications currently show that 31 Atlas is indeed merely a comet. That's all it is. Don't worry. There we go. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. What you doing? I hear you being bad over there. Oh, come on, sweetie. You've really got to stop walking on the keyboard. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. So there's a 102-year-old lady in Belgrade. 102 years old, still jams with her electric bass guitar every day. She was born in Miles City in 1923. Her name is Armina Joos, Joos. She turned 102 last Saturday. Her secret, wild game, music, Jesus Christ, and she says, stay away from hospitals. That's where people die. She is my new spirit animal. Oh, come
Smart
on, sweetie.
woman.
Yeah, you gotta stop scrolling for me. Oh, wow. This is just basically a breakdown of her life. I didn't realize. I thought we'd get more into the music and all that, but it's really talking about where she was born and when she met her husband. And she was in a singing group out of high school at age 16 with two other girls, Armina and Betty. So they were the ABC trio.
Who was C?
I think she was, right? Christina Juice? No, she's the A. She was Armina Juice.
That's right.
She
That's what I
was
was
Christy.
Gotcha.
I'm still scrolling and trying to get back to where I was with the cat edition here. They married, her husband and her at, yeah. This is really just a story about her. I thought it would be more music oriented. Oh, here we go. So when her husband returned from the war, the two opened a music store in the Seattle area, teaching students accordion in her 5th grade class. So they said they should start a music store and sell some instruments. Opened it in the 1950s, offering lessons, and it quickly became a hub for the Seattle music scene. In the 80s, they sold. Come on, sweetie, you've got to stop stepping on my keyboard. I have no idea where I was now in the story. She completely went to the bottom.
In the 80s. You'd made it up to the 80s.
I know. I'm looking for it. Anyway, yeah, she's still jamming at 102, playing bass. I know we were getting to that. Oh, the trio she's in now formed when she saw her partners Bill Rosener and Charlie Sabinger playing at a senior center. They continue to be involved in the music scene, jamming on Thursday nights, regular jam sessions, Southern gospel to bluegrass country. She sports a brown and white Fender Mustang bass. With no sheet music in sight, she effortlessly strum. No, she didn't strum chords as she was playing bass. Boy, I hate bad writing.
I just had a flashback to Hook. When Robin Williams was towards the beginning giving his speech to Wendy, the old Wendy. He was standing up in front of the crowd. I think that's the word he stumbled on too, was effortlessly, and stumbled over it the exact same way. I swear that was just a fucking throwback to Hook.
Crazy. Well, it definitely was not effortless. I'm just playing scroll in chat here. Did I say to Stacy? I think I said it. I didn't type it. So let me type it, make it official. Then it's official. Yeah, I know. I thought there would be a video too. I'm not seeing one in the story. I could probably find one on YouTube, maybe. What's the name of the group?
The ABCs.
You're right, but that was her 50s singing group with her other girl buddies. I've already closed it. Now I gotta go find it again.
Wasn't that the nursing home trio?
No, that was the other dudes she's jamming with in the nursing home trio. Two ladies she jammed with in the 50s were a singing group. Come on, man, where's the story at? Just had it up. Now I can't find it. There it is. All right, let's go.
Was it Puddle of Mud?
What is this story now that I've gotten that I clicked on that story? What is going on with my computer? Shouldn't be this hard to find the story I just had. Let me go to my history. That might help. History. Belgrade woman. There she is. All right, let's see. Tita Armina Jew. Open, copy up. YouTube's. Pasting. It was there already, so that's a good sign. Wow, I'm not seeing her play anywhere in any of these videos. I'm seeing other dudes play.
Oh, that's AI Granny right there then. Video or it didn't happen. I don't believe it.
I think I'll see.
She's probably a liar. She's probably only like 75. And doesn't play bass.
Well, there's some dude playing to her on a guitar.
That's close enough.
And there's a bunch of relatives gathered around for her birthday party, I'm seeing, but I'm not seeing her play. So let me go up to a different video. that I just kind of scrolled past because this is not it either. This is another dude playing acoustic guitar. Yeah, that's not her either. Okay, it's all a lie. It's all an AI-based lie. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of her playing anywhere on the YouTubers. I try. Nope. No, none for you. Okay, wait, I may have found something here. Yeah, on this video that I'm watching, they show her singing in church, but don't show her playing the bass. And the name of the video I'm watching is "This 102-year-old woman plays bass." I don't think she does. I don't think she does. At this point,
fake news.
I'm not believing it anymore. I give up. We're not going to see her jamming today. I submit to defeat.
We'll just take their word for it. Not only does she play bass, she's really, really good. Trust us.
I'm already subscribed to Scanner Guy too, whoever that is. Just playing catch up in chat. So I could turn off the camera since I have no cat here anymore.
USA Today has an article that says NASA introduces a new class of astronauts who could fly to the moon. Mars.
Is that all it's been? All this time? They just didn't have the right classification to go.
Must be what it is. And there was that guy that was in court, Ryan Ruth, who was, I guess, the guy in the park that was posted up behind the bush, going to take out President Trump. But I guess Secret Service found him. That was the second attempt. I guess he was in court for that attempted assassination. And once they found him guilty, he represented himself. Big surprise. And once they found him guilty, I guess the story is he took a pin and he tried to stab himself in the neck. I'm not quite sure.
What did he miss?
I'm trying to figure it out. Because there's no cameras in the courtroom because it's a federal case. So there was just a sketch artist. But like, did he do it in slow motion? Did he not click it so it was too dull? I'm trying to figure out, did he just poke himself in the neck a couple times? Like, ooh, I can't do it. I still can't quite figure out how you attempt to stab yourself in the neck with a pen. Like, you got the pen in your hand. Maybe you're just not really convinced that's what you want to do.
Is he going for an insanity plea?
No, It's a little late. He had already been found guilty. I think he was just...
But he saw on TV once. He saw this thing on TV where... Isn't that how all lawyers learn their job?
Uh-huh.
Watching Law and Order, Night Court.
And YouTube videos. Don't forget that.
Oh, I forgot about that. I did. I thought about it early on when I sat down at about 5 minutes till and turned on Teams.
Reconnection successful.
Yeah, nice. We're back,
Yellow,
Regina.
Green. And should be one more for there it is. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Not even played any dang music.
I know, so we're going to go back to playing music if it's not going to help.
Right?
Serious. I mean, why not? Yeah, Melanie told us about that yesterday, or Michelle told me about it the day before, and then Melanie was talking about it yesterday, and then I went and looked it up, and apparently this is all about some priest or whoever, and I don't remember now. It was just like utterly ludicrous, though, that this is what's got everybody tripping. Because of a South, I thought it was, I just don't want to call him out without Nuka being here to defend him. South African pastor, not priest, pastor Joshua Luka, I don't know how to say it, claimed to have a vision from Jesus Christ predicting it would happen on September 23rd or 24th. That's why your YouTube or your TikTok or whatever feed you got is talking about it, because of that dude saying that he saw Jesus. Remember when who was it? Was it Jimmy Fallon that saw the 900-foot Jesus? Jimmy Fallon. No, that's not his name. What's his name? What's his name? Robert Fallon. Robert. What was that dude that saw the 900-foot Jesus? Come on, y'all, help me. I know I'm not crazy.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Man, he saw a 900-foot Jesus. A band named itself 900-foot Jesus after this dude came out and said he had a vision of a 900-foot Jesus who probably told him to build a water park. I've got to look it up. Oh, I'm sorry, MC 900-foot Jesus. Oral Roberts, that's who saw the 900-foot Jesus.
Jesus, I've not thought of Oral Roberts since like 1991.
Wasn't there a college named after him?
Probably.
I'm sorry, I was being very facetious, assuming it was a water park. In 77, Roberts had a vision of a 900-foot Jesus who told him there was an urgent need to erect the City of Faith Medical and Research Center. Roberts raised those funds. The hospital didn't stay open too long. In 83, God got with him again, hit him in his DMs and said, hey, why don't you cure cancer? Still haven't been privy to the cancer cure coming from his camp. Now, he did pass away in 2009. Is that when this story says he passed away? Yeah, 2009. So I guess we won't get that cancer cure after all. So in 1987, God was threatening to call him home, quote unquote, unless his followers forked up millions so that he could maintain his empire. He was criticized heavily for using that tactic, but the faithful came through and donated what he needed, because that's what you do when 900-foot Jesus says to, right? Oh, wait, that same year, Roberts claimed to have raised the dead. I can't even read no more of that. Anyway, I guess we could play some MC 900-foot Jesus to go out. I'm just being silly. Please don't. Oh, y'all are funny in chat. I love y'all.
Man, this is the time of year you really got to watch out for deer if you're out early in the morning. Late September, October, getting into rut season. I think we talked about this Monday or last Friday.
Yeah,
deer are just a lot more active right now. They're trying to get them. How many animals have that? Like a rut season.
I mean,
Humans just tend to do it whenever.
Yeah.
Cats, dogs, all that kind of stuff. Are there animals that, like, do deer? Well, no, I don't know. I know, like, the males, they don't have antlers all year round. Those are just grown when their testosterone's out of control and getting all crazy. In the rut season, or like pre-rut. Yeah, I don't know. Do they have sex in the non-rut season, deer?
Yes.
Josh says yes.
We get a lot of deer that go through our backyard, and you'll find
rutting.
Well, little spotted fawns. So they're obviously reproducing. Like, I think there's been 3 separate sets this summer of fawns that come through. So they've been rutting at least through the summer. Probably spring, summer, through the summer. I'm not quite sure why they call it a rut season. I think it's more getting ready for winter season. And maybe that's all it is they're trying to get the last bit of rutting in that they can.
I get really upset with animals on the side of the road, Dad, too, Mike D. You're not the only one. Oh, Jax, no, this is not the morning cat. She's here right now in the morning with me. That's rare. She is I will come into the room at my behest when I say to, and I will sleep on your chest or your head or Mama's chest or her head. Well, more her head. That is Claire. She is the one who makes me get up at 2 in the morning and open the door to get her in there so she'll shut up and let me sleep. Hi, sweetie. You a bad girl sometimes? Yeah, you a bad girl, huh? But she's a sweetie. She must have come out of the room with Mama. Come here. Come over here and let everybody see you, silly. Come see me. Yeah, she's out of here. That's what I'm saying. When she's not in the bedroom with us, she is a very different cat. She'll every now and again do a little dolphin jump to your hand when she's in the mood out here. But otherwise, she's like, yeah, leave me alone out here. But in the bedroom, she's all on you and loving you. And yeah, she's nuts. Anyway, oh, wow, it's time to go. Thank you guys for hanging out.
To go. Damn. Hit us fast. Yeah. Much love everybody.
Love y'all. Thank y'all.
We will see you back here on Friday morning, I assume, for more of the Ironworks. Until then, you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy hump day. And be good. Be well. Do good. Do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.